Welcome back, people. I hope you all enjoyed our last video. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. In today's episode, we've got 15 scary ghost videos that are leaving viewers extremely alarmed. Make sure you stay tuned till the very end. And if you don't want to miss any of our videos, then please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we post new content. Let's get started.
Number 15.
The next video is from several sources, but it all started with the channel Terror Latente, which released a video of the hospital night shift during a casual walk around. The camera captures something mysterious. For a brief moment, we glimpse a girl with long black hair and a white dress in one of the rooms before she vanishes. Then, a few months later, another user recorded something even stranger there, but this time in the hallway. Where we saw an indistinct outline that was visible for a while before blending into the wall. Moments pass after this occurs, and the CCTV camera captures this. A mysterious dark figure can be seen on the CCTV camera for a brief period of time before dissipating into thin air. So is it really a haunted hospital? Or maybe everything can be easily explained? Choose wisely, folks.
Number 14.
Our next video was uploaded by a paranormal YouTube channel called Really Haunted. The homeowner, Lee, lives in a house in the UK that he believes is heavily haunted by some kind of supernatural presence. For several years now, he's been uploading evidence that seems to suggest there is indeed something haunting his home. In this clip, Lee tries an experiment to see if he can rouse any dormant spirits that might be present inside the home. Lee records nighttime footage of his living room with an Xbox Connect camera. After a brief interval, he starts reciting a prayer.
Flickering a lot. The Xbox One Connect's different from the Xbox.
To see if it might conjure any ghosts. Something in the room appears to be detected by the Xbox Connect. Other people can be seen entering the scene and moving around. It appears as though one of the figures is reaching out to touch Lee at one point. Something crawling across the floor.
Whom God created for the light of the world. They raised the throne.
Appears to be picked up by the camera. Then something suddenly appears sitting on the couch. What in the world is going on here? Is the Xbox Connect malfunctioning? Or does it somehow sense motion that is invisible to the unaided eye? Lee is convinced that his home is haunted.
Number 13.
The following video was uploaded on YouTube by Soy Ramses. The uploader is a paranormal investigator based in Mexico. He travels the country in search of proof that the afterlife really does exist. In this episode, the OP was tipped off by a colleague who claims that a witch lives in an old, undisclosed graveyard in Mexico. The cemetery is frequently the source of late-night screams, according to the locals. On the land, strange lights and shadow figures that cannot be described have also been seen.
Hola. Buenas noches. Tipo casi. Ay, güey. Hola. Buenas noches.
This YouTuber decided to spend the night camping in this notorious cemetery after hearing these claims. He begins by hesitantly wandering amongst the old, dilapidated tombstones by himself.
Hola.
He hears something nearby as he searches for a location to pitch his tent. He notices something black moving in the distance after a long time. There doesn't seem to be anything there as he searches the area.
¿Hay alguien aquí conmigo?
The OP is inspired by this experience and decides to use a spirit box app on his phone to attempt to make contact with any local spirits. He eventually hears the Spanish phrase, and excuse me here if I'm getting it wrong, but lagarte, which means go. Later on in the trip, the YouTuber gets startled by a distant object. It's hard to discern what he sees, but he seems plainly disturbed by it. Then a short while later,
¿Qué es eso? ¡A la verga! ¡Ay, no, 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 no! Hola.
this occurs. At first, it's difficult to see, but if we rewind and slow the video down, a figure emerges from behind a tree to the right.
No, 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 no.
He leaves the location since he's so startled by this. He gathers his camping gear and completely vacates the premises. What was the figure the uploader was able to capture on camera? Was he being followed by a squatter? Or could it be the fabled witch that is rumored to haunt this cemetery?
Number 12.
This video was posted on YouTube by Raptor Adventures, a ghost hunting crew. The crew uses a new app called Scaranoia that promises to help direct its users to nearby haunted locations. Much to their delight, the app leads the investigators to the Mirador Bed and Breakfast, a location known for being haunted. Before Elise Campbell bought it and moved in with her kids, the house had gone through a number of owners, including the manager of a train station. In 1990, Elise passed away. Then her family left the house without making any changes and refused to sell it to anybody else. Prior to the owners eventually selling it for repair, it stood empty for 10 years and became a target for thieves and vandals. Many active spirits are said to be present in the structure. The present owners of the property are known to one of the investigators in the video, so they were allowed to enter the old structure. In the footage, they come across a few peculiar occurrences like unexplained cold spots and lights that turn on and off.
He was able to get us in here. His good friend Kayla, who is the owner of the Mirador, was nice enough to buzz us in. This place is amazing. I'm so excited.
They choose to communicate with any potential ghosts using a spirit box. To interact with the lights, they ask the spirit, "Observe what transpires next."
Hi, Lay. Immediately, Lay came through. Who was messing with the lights a couple minutes ago? Can you do it again for me? Okay, we're ready. Go ahead.
Can you make the chandelier or any other light go on or off?
The light just came on over there.
I did. That was off, right?
Yes.
Was it off? The chandelier was the only light on it.
Yeah.
Who did that? Who turned that on?
What? Just trying to compose myself, guys. That was pretty intense. That was enough. It's almost like a roller coaster. You just want that adrenaline. Like,
A little bit of adrenaline.
you get a little bit and it spooks you, but you want more. It's like you can't get enough of it. So, I know this is crazy. I know it is, guys, but can you do that again? Do you think maybe you could turn the lamp off? I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera on the light and see. Can you do that again?
Light.
Light!
Said light. Light.
Lisa, turn off!
Oh.
What?
He said light. It took him a minute, but they did it.
They said, whoa.
Whoa.
The lights flickered again, and then I was asking if they could do the same thing like they did earlier with this light, and they freaking turned that light on.
Really?
Yes, it was crazy. And we've been getting all kinds of activity with the K2 meter. They've been lighting it up for us, so.
Wow. Can you make that light go off? Can you make that light go off?
You know what? I'm gonna
Make that light turn on. I'm sorry. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. What?
Oh!
You guys weren't kidding.
Wow.
Can you turn it off?
It looks like a pretty. Well, I don't know if it's really.
Look, Jody! It just lit up to red.
Did it just go to red?
Oh!
Jimmy, you did it. They are listening.
Dude,
to
it
you.
wasn't even this active the last time I was here, but the time before that time, it was insane. Just like this.
Right?
This is crazy.
Wow.
They inform the other investigator about the lights being out as he enters the room. After that, something else occurs upstairs that seems to point to the presence of a ghost in the house. Check it out.
Well,
You go first.
okay, guys, we're gonna go in this room. What I didn't tell Lisa is we're gonna do this in the dark.
Really?
Yeah. For the first part of it, anyway. Look at this bed, guys. I know you can't see it very well.
Dad,
What?
Shut. I did not. Did you put? I didn't shut that door.
Lise, get in here.
Open the door.
What?
Stop playing tricks.
I'm not.
Oh God. Okay, really?
You didn't do that.
No. Like you went in and that door literally just closed right behind you. I was back.
All right, let me see if they'll do it for us. Can you do that for us again? Can you shut? Lise,
Whoa. Are you serious?
get in here.
I'm not coming in there. Oh.
Wow.
No one seems to be aware of the identities of the residents' ghosts, despite multiple stories of haunting activities occurring in the Mirador. Could it be the mother who abandoned the house shortly before her death? Could it be the station master who used to watch for trains from the windows on the top floor? Or is it something else entirely?
Number 11.
Our next video was uploaded by a TikTok user, Dino Nuggets 741. The user believes his house is haunted and has decided to document the occurrences for all to see online. The person appears to have video footage of the apparition that is said to be haunting him. The video starts off with the TikToker watching TV.
Fucking water again.
He gets up to look after hearing an odd noise out of the ordinary. He scans the area with caution. The sound's origin then becomes clear as soon as he steps inside the bathroom. His shower also seems to have been turned on by itself. The TikToker then comments that this is most likely the cause of his exorbitant water bill. He keeps looking everywhere,
Water bill's $600 a month.
first checking in the bathroom, then the walk-in closet. He's startled by an unexpected noise and rushes back into the restroom. The sink faucet was apparently turned on while the TikToker's back was turned, suggesting that the suspected poltergeist has struck once again. When he walks over to turn off the water, the situation becomes even more unsettling. Look at what he recorded with his camera.
Right here.
If you look attentively in the mirror, you'll see what appears to be a dark, shadowy figure passing behind him.
I'm standing right here.
The TikToker can be heard murmuring that he needs to move out of that house, but he's clearly not reacting to anything we're seeing.
Nothing. Time to move.
Some viewers speculate that the person could just be an accomplice, one who turned on the faucet and mistakenly was caught leaving the scene. However, the TikToker did give us a good look at the surrounding area before, and there didn't appear to be anybody there. Furthermore, there's no obvious hiding spots that looked big enough for a person to hide. Take another look at the mysterious figure. What do you think? Has Dino Nuggets really captured video proof of the poltergeist that's said to be haunting his house?
Number 10.
This next nerve-chilling video was recorded and posted on YouTube by a Japanese paranormal investigator, Takeuchi, from the YouTube channel Takeuchi Camera. The uploader travels to the old abandoned Shiruwa village in Japan. The settlement, which has totally been abandoned for more than 28 years, is now a ghost town. Between the dilapidated homes are buried centuries-old graves of previous residents. The dead are said to be the only people living in Shiruwa village at the moment, according to the locals. As Takeuchi searches in the pitch black of night, he starts to notice unsettling noises emanating from everywhere. As he begins to feel a little uneasy, he decides to use his thermal camera to get a closer look of whatever might be lurking in the shadows. He is completely shocked.
周りからバチバチ音聞こえるから気づかれてないはずやけどよしほらほらほらほらほらほらなんか来てるなんか来てるちょっと待ってちょっと待ってなんかおるなんかおるちょっと待ってほらなんかおるなんかおるマジほらマジマジマジマジマジマジマジほらなんかおるなんかおるなんかおるなんかおるなんかおるってほらちょっと待って近づいてみようか気づかれたまだおるまだおるまだおるよしほらおるから完全におるなんかマジマジ完全におるよしよしよしいけいけいけいけ今今よし今はいはいチーズよし取れたちょっと待って取れたいけた取れたか取れたかあれちょっと待って何も映ってない嘘やろ明らかにおるなんかおるマジでおるマジでおるマジでおるマジでおるマジでおる何してんの何してんのどういうこと何してんのマジでおるなんかおるんよちょっと待って来たちょっと待って
By what he sees, the heat pattern that mimics a human shape is captured by the thermal camera. But when Takeuchi looks around with his own naked eye, he doesn't see anybody. Then, suddenly the figure charges towards Takeuchi, and in a panic, the investigator runs for his life. And with this, Takeuchi has had enough and just leaves. So could this be the angry spirit of a villager who's passed away in the old, abandoned Shiruwa village, or is it just a hoax?
Number 9.
This strange greeting video was uploaded by a crew member of CVS Paranormal, Christine White, from the paranormal investigation team sets out all alone to explore the so-called Pirates' Graveyard in Portland, England. The scenic cemetery was built way back in 1475 and has gotten its odd nickname from the many gravestones that feature carvings of skulls and crossbones. Suddenly, something happens that Christine cannot even begin to understand.
Completely out of the way, so nobody... Oh, hello. Oh. What? Hello? Sure, I saw somebody shouted hello then, or said hello.
Leaving her all alone, and Christina hears a noise behind her and turns to look. She can clearly hear a close woman saying hello while she's completely alone. She responds right away with a surprised hi, but no one's there. There's not even anybody in the entire area she's exploring. So could it be that the Pirates' Graveyard in Portland, England is haunted by the ghosts of those who are laid to rest in that location, or is it all just a clever mystification?
Number 8.
Our next video was uploaded by a TikTok user, Brianna, who goes by the username BriIDive. Her videos are mostly dedicated to her favorite pastime, free diving in the beautiful waters just off the coast of sunny Florida. Now, not a single video from Brianna has anything to do with supernatural, except for this one, of course. One afternoon, Brianna is going for a routine dive when she encounters something quite horrifying. Loud, frightened underwater screams can be heard all around Brianna as soon as she comes to. Brianna descends once more to try and ascertain what is happening because of what she heard. This time there was no screaming. Brianna comes confused by what had happened and uploads her strange, unexplained video on TikTok.
People are asking what camera I use. GoPro 7 works perfectly fine for me. I cracked it a little bit, but I use the case. Definitely not a voiceover though, so I'm going to show you the video straight out of my GoPro. Just like how I recorded it. So you can hear it. Voiceover or an edit or anything like that. So.
Of course, many viewers now believe Brianna fabricated the audio track for her diving footage. Brianna writes once more, this time displaying the evidence directly from her GoPro camera to disprove their claims. Watching Brianna's original video now, it appears as though she's swimming through some sort of debris, perhaps from a sunken ship. Many viewers think that she might have recorded the eerie last gasps of a person who died in the accident. Now, paranormal or not, the strange underwater screams are absolutely unnerving.
Number 7.
This video was posted on the YouTube channel Tri-State Paranormal Investigators. Lonnie and Neil from the Paranormal Investigation team decide to spend the night in one of the End's most haunted rooms of the historic Cumberland Gap Inn, in the hopes of capturing anything supernatural. Shortly after positioning 2 stationary cameras, they record a scene that looks like it belongs in a horror film.
Wake up. We got it. Seems like the bed moved again. Change the water to turn off and turn off.
In front of Neil, something invisible appears to take a seat on the bed's edge. After making repeated attempts to refute what they have caught, one of his team members finally responds when he shouts out to him, shocked by what he had just seen. How the mattresses might have fallen down in such a way escapes Neil and Lonnie, especially considering how much force would need to be applied to the bed. But could this be paranormal evidence that the Cumberland Gap Inn is haunted? I'll let you decide.
Number 6.
Our next series of clips comes from the user Jar Jar Mullet on Reddit. The family of the uploader purchased a home close to Tulsa, Oklahoma in June of 2019. They claim that the home has had a few owners in the past, but nothing particularly unusual sticks out in the history of the building. However, strange things have started happening around the house over the last year or two. The family has started to see shadowy figures in their peripheral vision as well as hear mysterious noises, and they've witnessed objects moving on their own. One night, a young child was standing in the room when the uploader's wife awoke in the middle of the night. There was nobody there when they frantically turned on the lights. The family decided to put several security cameras on the property, both inside and out, but they were alarmed by all of the activity. The upper hallway is shown late at night in the opening video. Watch what happens after that.
Next.
As the uploader's wife ascends the stairs, a Mickey Mouse toy starts to move on its own. When you pull a thread on the toy's back, it should only then come to life. No one was upstairs when this was filmed because the children were visiting their grandparents at that time. The room had just been cleaned and organized, and no toys were on the floor at the time. Therefore, the poster finds it odd that the Mickey toy was on the floor in the midst of the space. The homeowner observes that the position of the toy is exactly where his son is said to have observed a tall, red-clad guy hiding in the shadows. The parents aren't sure if it's just their son's vivid imagination because no one else has seen the man, but in this subsequent clip, things get even spookier. Their downstairs camera is used for this stream, although it's first quite difficult to detect. If we slow the video down and zoom in at 11 seconds, something can be seen on that staircase. It briefly appears around the corner before going away. Even creepier, you can hear their front door's automatic locking system unlocking all by itself. According to the uploader, the system's security panel is in the corridor, where nobody was present when the door unexpectedly unlocked. The family called the police because they were so alarmed by the unsecured door they thought a burglar had broken in. The police arrived and looked around, but they were unable to detect any evidence of a break-in. The family watched their home security footage in confusion. They then noticed the sinister shadow that appeared to be on the stairway. The family's still shaken up by this today, and they have no idea why it happened.
Number 5.
Our next video was uploaded by the YouTuber Sylvia C. After playing with a Ouija board at her kitchen table, the YouTuber started observing unusual occurrences around her house. She asserts that her channel captures some of the subsequent action. It's pretty clear from the clip that whatever is there wants to express itself. Keep an eye on that cupboard door carefully. It swings open before closing. After that, observe what happens when the woman inquires as to whether or not she should leave the house. A can on the kitchen counter appears to be moved by the presence in response.
Do you want me out of this house, or do you want me to stay?
According to the poster, incidents of this nature frequently occur in the kitchen. This is demonstrated in the following clip, which depicts the poster crouching behind a divider and directing the camera at the sink. A spoon and fork can be seen moving independently.
Oh my god, that spoon's moving, oh my god, did you see that? Oh my... Oh, that knife's moving now. Oh my god, that spoon's moving. Oh my god, did you see that? Oh my. Oh, that knife's moving now.
To prove there's no magnets or strings, she displays the space underneath the counter.
I'm not faking this. Look, there's nobody under there. There's nobody under the counter or under the fridge. There's no magnets or anything like that. There's no strings. That spoon moved itself.
The woman's voice is audibly upset throughout the video. What would you do if you were her? Would you attempt to converse with a poltergeist? Or would you simply grab your belongings and go? I'd love to hear it down in the comments. Let me know.
Number 4.
A TikToker by the nickname Time to Wait posted this collection of videos. She resides on property owned by her landlord, which has a locked shed. In contrast, she discovers that the door has been left ajar in the first video. The TikToker enters the shed and observes that one side of the room is cobweb covered, while the other side is much cleaner, as if someone had just used it.
There's cobwebs over here, but there's none here or in this space here. Okay, so now that I've actually climbed in, it's not as funny. Look at all this. There's no cobwebs on any of this stuff.
She discovers an old suitcase there.
I'm not playing with this. I'm not playing with this. I didn't catch it.
She carries the bag inside and makes an opening effort. She unlocks it, but when she does, a peculiar noise can be heard. Observe what transpires next.
Not really working. Come on. I don't know. I mean, I don't think... What the fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck is that? Holy shit.
The shed door seems to have abruptly flung open.
What the Holy What the is that? Holy
Then a disembodied crying sound seems to come from inside. It almost sounds like an infant, but her children aren't home.
My kids are with their dad. Oh my god. Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
The strange luggage is ultimately opened by the TikToker in the following clip. Check out what she discovers inside.
Oh god. Okay.
The goods appear to be rather harmless. A phone book, some old magazines, and sheet music.
Okay. So just like life.
However, items around her house start to act strangely in the following days. The shed door may be seen in this video appearing to move on its own.
It's just moving back and forth.
The door then abruptly slams shut as the TikToker turns to run back into her home.
The wind isn't even going. I need to call someone, like, to come.
She panics and rushes into her car to run away, but for some reason the dashboard lights are blinking like crazy.
I'm gone, but the car's still doing this. Dude, what the
Eventually makes it home and is able to record this video.
Whatever you are, leave my fucking house now.
It demonstrates how the stepladder seems to be moving all on its own.
Sorry. Oh god. Okay.
She subsequently finds out that her yard is on fire, according to the bizarre events that have been occurring. As soon as you start to believe that things can't get much worse, the TikToker starts to pick up strange noises coming from outside.
There was another fire at my house. I moved the camera over to try to show you, but I don't realize that you can't see it. It's just that little black spot behind the umbrella. There was nothing that I could visibly see that started the fire. I looked before everything in it, so there was nothing.
supposedly informed. The police arrive to review the security tape. What they find, though, will probably make you shiver on camera.
This is what the police sent me. This is what they found from all the footage. This is 2 weeks ago at about 10 p.m.
A person can be seen stumbling around the yard on all fours. The movements of the figure seem unnatural, more in line with an animal.
And I have to wake up at 6 a.m. I know I was in bed. I know I was in bed.
The TikToker is then told by the police that the person in the video is actually her. Unsettlingly, she seems to have forgotten about these incidents.
They say that that's me. I know for a fact that I worked the next morning and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. I know I was in bed. I know I was in bed.
What do you suppose was in the suitcase then? Was it a ghost or a demon that managed to take control of the innocent woman? Let me know down in the comments.
Number 3.
This recording is from the YouTube channel La Dimensión Oscura. This brief video clip shows an intriguing event that was captured at night on a CCTV camera. A man uses a flashlight to look into his backyard when a terrifying creature with long black hair suddenly appears between the trees, enough to make him flee. So was it real evidence of paranormal activity or just a hoax?
Number 2.
The following video shows a woman doing a live stream inside her house when something extremely creepy is caught on camera. Celo Loca, the woman in the video, is a well-renowned tarot card reader and fortune teller. Celo occasionally goes online and performs a live stream where she gives tarot card readings to her viewers. Celo had recently done something entirely different though. She decides to conduct a seance within her home instead of reading cards as usual, not realizing at the time what a grave error this was. When this unexpected event occurs, Celo is sitting in front of a mirror talking on the phone to a friend who is watching the live stream as she attempts to communicate with the dead. Strangely, the door is opened when Celo asks the alleged spirit to do so, which makes it much weirder that it opened on its own.
Ahora se abre la puerta.
¿Dónde está la puerta? ¿Se ve la puerta?
Sí.
Ábrete, ábrete. Ábrete puerta. Ábrete puerta. Que se abra la puerta. Que se abra.
¡No! No posible. No posible.
Ay, tu madre, hija de puta. No me toquéis que estoy protegida, ¿eh? No me toquéis que estoy protegida. No vale, ya abro la luz, ya.
She pauses to collect herself before continuing with the seance because she is utterly terrified. She is beyond scared to watch what occurs next. At this point, Celo decides that enough is enough and ends the live stream. Viewers speculate that Celo may have called a sinister spirit in light of what transpired.
¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Estás enfadado? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante? Venga, ponte delante del espejo, te quiero ver. Dios, tu puta madre, no, puta, que me caigo.
Hostia, cuidado.
Hostia.
However, some assume that another entity was contacted. Although pretty spooky, it could be this whole thing was just a setup for the sole purpose of getting views, but it seems that many of her viewers find this evidence to be genuine evidence of something paranormal, but as always, I'll let you be the judge of that one.
Number 1.
Our last recording is from the channel Thiago Ferracchio. Together with his girlfriend, went to an abandoned house where he recorded something disturbing.
Se tiver alguma coisa sobrenatural aqui, nos dê licença.
Aquela hora eu tinha visto aqui, ó. Licença.
Licença.
Vamos dar uma conferida aqui, Thaís.
Olha o tanto de lixo que tem aqui, ó.
Então, cara. Liga o Spirit Box.
Aqui, ó. Fear.
Sinto sua falta.
Vem mais pra cá pro pessoal ver na câmera. Ó. Ai, misericórdia! Tiago!
Garoto, precisa de ajuda?
Meu Deus!
Thaís! Fica aqui, ó. Fica aqui, fica aqui.
Tiago!
Fica aí.
Calma! Ei!
Ei! Ei! Thaís! Cadê?
Não tem nada aqui.
Não tá não? Você viu? Você viu?
Ei!
A tremendous bang is heard at one point behind their backs, and we see a shadowy figure that, after a little period of silence, vanishes into thin air. So was it a ghost? Or maybe just a homeless person? Choose wisely, folks. And that is going to wrap it up for today, you guys. 15 scary ghost videos that are leaving viewers extremely alarmed. I hope you liked it. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so and hit that notification bell. This has been The Haunter, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep it creepy.